Wake up in the morning feeling like I have a good day. And all my homies wanna ride today. And all these mommies look fly today. And all we wanna do is get by today. Hey.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party.
Well.
Welcome, summer, baby.
Happy hump day, bump day.
Dude, did you see the weather for today and tomorrow?
Gorgeous.
Come on, mid-80s.
Let's go. We
deserve
declare a national beach day. You are dismissed from work if you're already there. God love you. It's very early for you to start your work day. But yeah, no need to go to work today. We'll sign any notes that you need to go to your boss and tell them that you are occupado.
Do you imagine if
the day.
If someone actually hit us up and was like, hey, my boss said that I could get out of work if you and Logan do a video or a handwritten note? We would do it for someone in a heartbeat.
Imagine if we had that authority to release you from work so you can enjoy the day on the beach. You know what? I do have the authority. I know how hard you work.
Go ahead.
You deserve this. When was the last time you did something for you? It's called self-care.
Last time I did something for me, I embarrassed myself real bad and it was shaking Robert Kraft's hand.
That was for you?
Well, I wanted to. Yeah, it wasn't for him. He didn't want to meet me. I wanted to meet him.
It was certainly not for him.
No.
And I'm so glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
So this was a moment that came from Logan's experience at Post Malone and Jelly Roll over the weekend. If you missed the story, we're going to relive the awkwardness and cringiness now. Enjoy. 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. Logan, first of all,
I know, I'm sorry.
what the heck happened with Robert Kraft? And second of all, how dare this not be the first words out of your mouth yesterday?
This was a mistake on me. This was an oversight on my part.
Thank you for apologizing.
So
what happened?
I get home from I just have to say, I get home from the show yesterday right away. I mean, it's still 10 o'clock in the morning. My wife texted me because she was listening. And she said, how did you not tell the Robert Kraft story? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that existed.
Crazy. And
it's embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
So here's what happened. In between, it might have been while Jelly Roll was performing or in between Jelly and Post Malone at Gillette Stadium.
Saturday night.
I look behind me at one point because I'm hearing just like a little bit of commotion. Not a lot. Like not enough commotion for Robert Kraft, but a little bit of commotion.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I look behind me and there's a swarm of people walking in, kind of like, not bodyguard style, but for the most part, bodyguard style, just like walking around Robert Kraft. And they're walking right behind me. Now, I got a beer in my right hand, and I only had my slippery left hand. And I say slippery because it's raining out. And so I look, and by the time I realize who it is and what's happening, he is right next to me, and he's going to walk by. And like just an absolute idiot, I scream at his face, Robert! I might have said, Robbie!
Stop it.
And then, have you ever tried to shake someone's hand with your non-dominant hand? Guess what? It's really hard. Because you know how many times I've shaken people's hands left-handed? Zero.
You're out of practice.
Just don't do it. So he's coming in doing high fives to everyone. But I'm like, well, I'm looking at my hand. I'm like, how do I shake with my left hand? I don't know. I go in for a handshake, but he goes for the high five. So now I'm hugging his hand. I'm just holding his hand.
I'm cringing.
And so, like, that's awkward. So now this is weird. I'm just grabbing this man's hand.
Let go.
So I let go. But now our palms are touching. And I was like, well, I can't back up and then retry a high five.
What'd you do?
I left it there. We were just touching palms for a few awkward seconds, looking at each other and into each other's eyeballs.
That's kind of nice.
It was weird. It was weird. And like I said, it was slimy because it was wet, like it was raining out. So like...
Do you feel like you blew it? Like you had your moment to give him a high five and you didn't?
I thought I was going for a handshake, a little more professional. I thought he would have appreciated...
He wasn't in a professional mood. He was out at Post Malone.
Yeah. Kira, this dude, and I say dude about Robert Kraft, this dude looked at me like I was just another drunken Patriots fan.
Well,
I wasn't.
If the shoe fits.
It fit. But can you imagine shaking someone's hand and then letting go but keeping your palm there.
This is
It's
wild.
the most uncomfortable hand interaction you could ever experience.
The whole thing is wild, and the fact that you didn't tell us as you're recapping your night yesterday.
Misty walks away. She's like, why are you freaking out? I was like, that was Robert Kraft.
Robbie!
She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, that's the owner of the new... Never mind. You don't get it.
So you embarrassed yourself in front of the owner
Correct.
of the New England Patriots.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad one.
And the opportunity for you to ever redeem yourself with Robbie, as you call him, is probably not going to happen.
No, it's over.
It's over. Yeah. So yeah, that was like a shooting star, and you blew it. Have you ever had an underwhelming or unfortunate interaction with a famous person like young Logan? This would be the moment to call, because maybe it'll make him feel better.
Please. Someone make it feel better, because this is my dead fish of a hand against his paw. It was so uncomfortable.
The fact that you called your hand slippery also really added to the story.
And that is really the best adjective to describe.
Hello. We are Kira and Logan in the morning, and this is number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. Apparently, and you know I love a made-up holiday, apparently yesterday was National Leave Work Early Day. And I feel like it's totally appropriate to celebrate that holiday all week long as you would a birthday.
Go ahead, girl. Now that is something I can get behind.
How did I know? So Logan and I wanted to talk about leaving work early. What is the most valid, steel-proof excuse that you could give your management as to why you have to leave work early, that there won't be any argument or pushback? What would you say yours is?
Well, I mean, the ultimate move is just to say family emergency.
Mm-hmm.
No details.
Well, Logan keeps it vague. You never know what's going on there.
Well, it's not work's place to know. I don't
Totally.
like when I'm sick or I gotta leave, like something's going on. I think the vaguer, is that a word?
The more vague, the better.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to be specific and I needed to like make up an excuse like immediately, I would say, I think my dog got out of the house. Because guess who's stopping me from taking care of my lost dog? No one.
Literally no one.
No one. I will drop everything. I don't have to get into this, but I would immediately be like, yeah, my neighbor said that they saw my dog out of the house. I have to go.
Gotta run.
That is a perfect excuse.
That's a good excuse. And I think that the number one excuse, especially if you're a woman and you have male management, women's issues. They don't want to hear anything about it, and they're just like, go, go, go.
Not only do we not want to hear anything about it, we would never be caught questioning you.
100%.
Uh-huh.
My first job out of college, a sales job, I had this really manly man boss, Big Ed. And anytime I wanted to leave work early, I would bring up women's issues and I would start getting into details. And he would be like, you can't walk out of my office soon enough. Why are you still here? Please leave.
Yeah, these women, they use these issues. They use them against us. It's not fair. It's not safe.
It ended up being like a bit that we had.
Yeah.
So, I kind of miss it, to be honest. Okay, so this is the question for you. What is the number one most valid excuse to leave work early that your management really can't push back too much on? Also, if you are a manager or you are a boss of other people, what is the most ridiculous, lamest, pathetic excuse that your employee has given to leave work early? Or perhaps you yourself have given a ridiculous excuse, and maybe it worked, or maybe it didn't.
I can't wait to hear these ones.
We'll be poking and prodding and asking all kinds of questions. So please give us a call at 603-749-0975. Hey, random caller who chimes in, we do have an extra pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman at the Tupelo Music Hall in Derry. If you want to tell us the best excuse, most valid excuse for leaving work early, or the most ridiculous and pathetic excuse for leaving work early. 603-749-0975. Logan and I are really looking forward to these at 603-749-0975. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We are Kira and Logan in the morning. If you're just joining us, first of all, welcome. So glad you're here. We were talking about what is the most valid excuse that you could use to leave work early, or on the other end of the spectrum, what is the most ridiculous, outlandish excuse that maybe you've heard someone else use to leave work early. If you're a supervisor or a manager, I am certain you've heard some real doozies. 603-749-0975 is our number if you'd like to chime in. Hey, Brandon. So what do you have, my guy?
Well, it's kind of hard to do it, the job that I do, but you could say Pooped your pants?
You pooped your pants, yeah.
You know what's crazy? Someone just messaged us that too. Do people actually use that as an excuse though?
Oh, I did it with my last job.
Tell us the story of that, Brandon.
Well, it was one of those days. It was a nice day out and I really wanted to go fishing.
So you went, I'm assuming you went to the bathroom and then came back, or explain the interaction.
I was saying, my boss saw me run to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I didn't make it. He's like, yeah, just go home.
Shut up. You executed this perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
And
God, you should win an Oscar or an Academy Award for that performance.
I should.
He didn't look into it. And when I say look into it, I don't mean pull the shorts back, but I mean he didn't
sniff around.
Did you waddle?
No, I just kind of was just like, oh, yeah, I just didn't make it. And he was standing right there and he's like, yeah, just go.
That's crazy. But
I think I love this more.
It's a good point. No one's telling you to stay at work in that situation.
Totally. That would be unreasonable and an unsafe work environment for you and everybody else.
Agreed.
I agree, but the type of job that I do now, it's kind of hard to do that, say that.
Okay, why is it hard now to do the I poop my pants, I gotta leave move?
Because I drive around and clean porta potties.
He's always around the bathroom. He's always can go.
I can always go now.
This is my favorite call.
Thank you.
This is so funny.
Thank you for this, Brandon.
Yeah, no problem.
Be good, man.
Have a great day. Thanks for listening to us.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, we're still taking your calls on this at 603-749-0975. Random caller who chimes in. We do have a pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman in Derry, New Hampshire. 603-749-0975. We're looking for the either most ridiculous excuses that you've heard someone use to leave work early or the most valid and soundproof excuse. 603-749-0975. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We are Kira and Logan in the morning, and we're so glad you're here. We were just talking about the best, most valid excuses to leave work early, or the ridiculous, outlandish ones. I just combined those two words. Give us a call at 603-749-0975. Hey, Rob from Haverhill. Good to hear from you, my guy.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
We're well. So do you have an excuse that you wanted to share?
No, I can't give no excuses. I drive a septic truck, so I'm covered in poop all day. They wash our uniform, so they just tell us to change and keep it moving.
Time out.
The only time I get an excuse is if I get pink eye. Then I get person comp for 3 days.
Whoa. Have you, tell us the truth, Rob, if that's your real name.
I have, but my coworker has, and it's funny. He's got it in both eyes.
Wait, he actually had pink eye in both eyes, or he used it as an excuse?
No, he actually had. He had to go to the doctor and stuff. It was bad. He couldn't open his eyes.
So that's the most valid excuse for your line of work, is the double pink eye situation.
Absolutely. And it could happen. Trust me.
Yeah, but you don't want to risk that, because that could happen.
Oh, no, I stay with the Ray-Bans on all the time. My eyes are covered.
Wait, you are playing with Dookie in Ray-Bans?
Oh, always. I get paid enough, so why not?
Oh, okay.
Ooh, he's got that Dookie money.
Okay, Rob.
We got the metas on.
Got it.
I like them. Well, thank you. This has been very enlightening. I don't think we ever knew what you did for work, so we're learning more about you.
Yeah, I'm always driving a truck, but it's a big truck, so I'm always covered in poop.
Well, someone's got to do it, right?
Absolutely, guys. You guys have an awesome day.
You too, Rob.
You too. God bless you in the work you do.
Always.
Bye-bye. I think he gave us a toot. We love that. I'm awake now. Okay, it is time to play Can't Be Kira for a pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman at the Tupelo Music Hall in Derry, which is supposed to be a really, really great venue. Not a bad seat in the house. Very intimate. 603-749-0975 is our number. If you want to win these tickets to see Jared Neiman, call now. 603-749-0975.
Think you've got what it takes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. It's time to play Can't Beat Kira on 97.5 WOKQ.
Hello, Nicole.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing, sister friend?
I'm great. How are you this morning?
Good. You sound really awake, and I'm jealous. I want to know your secrets.
Coffee?
Coffee? It's not sleeping enough at night?
No, definitely not.
It's not
enough
that.
at night.
Coffee.
Okay.
Love it.
I can get on board with that train.
Nicole, you played this game before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you're an expert at kicking Kira out of the room. Can you show us?
Here, it's time for you to go, my dear.
That was expert level.
That was very kind.
See ya. I'm leaving.
All right, Nicole.
All right, see you soon.
I think the first question's easy, so the second one's a little harder. You ready to start?
Ready.
Let's do it. In the Looney Tunes, what color is Tweety Bird's eyes?
Blue.
Question number 2. New Hampshire has the shortest coastline in the entire United States with roughly how many miles of coast? If you get it within 5 miles, you'll get the point.
Okay. Let's see. 100 miles.
100 miles. Question number 3. This is Keith Urban's Somewhere in My Car. But in my mind, we're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard on the streetlight glow. You got your blank.
Oh.
You on it?
You got your seatbelt on and we're ready to go.
Got your seatbelt? I was going to say you on it again, but I love it. You got your seatbelt on and you're ready to go. Okay. Let me just write down those lyrics in case they happen to match.
That would be great.
Perfect.
I gotta know how that went.
It went.
That's good.
I don't know. It just went.
Guesses were made and they were funny.
Well, we love that.
Question 1, Kira. In the Looney Tunes, what color is Tweety Bird's eyes?
Big blue eyeballs, I think.
Big blue eyeballs is correct.
Okay.
You know, I did have that listed as multiple choice, blue or green, but Nicole yelled out blue right away, so no.
So I didn't get those multiple choices.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. 1-1.
Sorry, Kira.
Question 2.
All good.
New Hampshire has the shortest coastline in the entire United States with roughly how many miles of coast? If you get it within 5 miles, you'll get the point.
Okay. I just read this somewhere. Facebook, maybe. 9 miles?
9 miles, says Kira. On the other end of the spectrum, we have 100 miles, said Nicole.
That's not short. That's not short.
It is less
No,
than
it's
100,
not.
but it is double 9. So, Kira, you did not get the point. The answer is 18 miles.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
That was funny, though. It's very opposite ends.
Yeah.
1-1. Question 3. This is Somewhere in My Car, Keith Urban. But in my mind, we're somewhere in my car, and it's raining hard and the streetlight glow. You got your blank.
Hand on mine. Feet on the dash.
You got your
Butt in the seat.
You got your lips on mine.
Yeah, obviously.
I can't do hand for lips.
Yeah, all right.
Very different.
That's fair.
And Nicole with a very good guess. She goes, you got your seatbelt on and you're ready to go.
Safety first.
So final score is
right.
1-1. Nicole, thank you for the laughs. You do owe Kira the phrase.
Number 1 for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira and Logan in the morning. Okay, so if you've been with us for a little while, you may have heard us play the game Upgrade Downgrade on the show. We invented it probably like a year and a half ago. It's brought us a lot of joy.
Yeah, we've done a lot of rounds too.
And we did it live at the GOAT for St. Patty's Day.
That's right.
That was really fun. So, like the original rules were we had women call and tell us like their maiden last name and then what they changed their last name to when they got married. And Logan and I would think about it, and then we would decide if their married name was an upgrade or a downgrade from what they had before.
And you, listening, don't pretend like you don't like being judged. People called in. They wanted to be judged on this.
People really like being judged, like more than is normal.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
And we're not judging you for liking to be judged because it makes good content for our show. But today we're going to do Upgrade Downgrade Pet Edition. So there are a few twists. Do you want to explain?
Yes. The first variation of this is going to be, what was your pet's original name at birth, whether it's an adopted pet or you got it from a breeder. Pets usually have a name given right away at birth because the breeder, the owner, the shelter, wherever you get it, your animal, they need to be able to identify them somehow.
Correct.
And a lot of people will keep the name that the breeder or the shelter gave the animal, but a lot of people change it to a new name. So that is one variation of upgrade downgrade.
Or the other variation is a lot of times people get a pet, they name them something right away, but then they get to know the pet, a few weeks, a few months down the line, and they're like, they're not a this, they're a this.
Yeah, they call him Sunshine, but the dog is lazy and just wants to be inside all the time.
So then they call him Fatso.
Correct.
So we would
Good example.
So we would say, is Fatso an upgrade or a downgrade from Sunshine?
And I would have said upgrade.
Upgrade for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure. So do you get the rules? It's basically, if you've changed your pet's name at some point in their life cycle.
Would you like to know my dog's original names?
Can I judge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do judge.
Okay, let's do Larry first.
Larry. He was the biggest in his litter. They called him Flash.
Wow.
We called him Larry or Larry Diesel.
Larry Diesel. Man, it's tough because I don't I don't want to hurt your feelings.
No. You will not hurt my feelings because I think human names for animals are hilarious. So I love the fact that we call him Larry.
Okay.
But give me your opinion. I don't care. You like Flash better?
I think it might be a downgrade, just in my opinion, because Flash is a cool name.
Interesting. All right, good take. You're crazy and wrong, but it's a good take nonetheless.
But he is such a Larry since I know his personality. Okay, let's do Miko.
Miko, this is crazy. We had Miko picked out. His name was flippin' Rico.
What?
What are the odds of that?
I don't know if I like Rico or Miko. I think Miko's
That's
better.
What I'm saying.
Upgrade.
Upgrade?
Miko's better than Rico, maybe.
Thanks. And then the only other one that I'll say really quick is when we got our family dog, we were gonna name him Mushu from Mulan.
The best.
When we got to know him, we learned that his name was Billy after a tragic car accident involving a young teenager. So we could not change his name. Billy was Billy forever.
I won't be judging that.
No.
Billy is Billy forever.
Yeah, there are some names where you're just like, oh, okay, that has to be the name forever.
But maybe you could get a pet down the line and name them Mushu? Maybe one of your fish or something?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some Upgrade Downgrade.
Upgrade Downgrade Pet Edition. Call us. We'll have a lot of fun at 603-749-0975. Random caller who's willing to subject themselves to a wee bit of judgment. Not really. It's all in the name of fun. You'll be skipping away with a pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman at the Tupelo Music Hall in Derry. If you want to play Upgrade Downgrade Pet Edition with us, call us right now at 603-749-0975 on 97.5 WOKQ. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. So I have a close friend, and she's kind of going through it. She's in this pivotal moment in her relationship, and she's at a bit of a standstill. I was telling Logan about it off the air. I'll fill you in.
Sure.
So she's been dating this guy for almost 2 years, and they have a really great relationship. They've met each other's families and done the whole thing, and he wants to move in together. And he's really pushing for that. And it feels like it's time. They're in their 30s and
2 years, they really like each other.
Yeah, they really like each other. Yeah. There's an issue where she doesn't want to have kids. She has known this about herself from the start and has been honest about it with him from day one.
All right.
Day one. I think they met on a dating app, and she had that on her dating app. So it's been out there. He does want kids.
Okay.
So she wants to figure out this very big elephant in the room, before they take the next step and move in together.
Right.
And he's like, we don't even know if we're compatible living together. So let's figure that out, and then we'll figure the other stuff out. She's like, I'm not doing that. What's
the order? That's the question, right? What's the order?
And
because you don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to be talking about kids when you didn't even know if there's a big relationship, or better yet, you start talking about kids and you're like the relationship, you're like, whatever, who cares? Or better yet, we're on different sides of this. Let's call it quits now. What if it's absolute love and it could change your opinion? And can love change your opinion on that? I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it for her.
Do they want to go down that road even further? It's going to hurt even more. Saying, if neither of them change their minds.
Right.
Then they move in together. They love living together. They're even more in love, more invested. Right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe because it sounds like she's not willing to change her mind, and she does not want kids.
She does not want kids.
So to me, it sounds like it's up to the guy. Are you willing to see if this changes your mind? Mm-hmm. This being living with this woman.
He hasn't said, I'm okay not having kids.
Right.
And she hasn't said, I could potentially change my mind down the road and want kids. They're both very much dug their heels in on what they believe.
I'm stressed.
I'm so stressed.
I'd like to hear from someone who went through this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know how to give proper advice.
Nor do I. If you're listening, does this resonate with you? What do you think my friend should do? Do you think that they need to iron out these details? They need to figure out where they stand with having kids before moving in together? Or do you think they move in together and they see if that works out, and then they can kind of kick the can down the line and have this discussion down the line?
Still anxious about it.
What do you think? 603-749-0975 is our number. Very curious to know what you think. It's tricky. 603-749 Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. Logan and I are just catching up on calls because our phones weren't working. We didn't know it for I don't know how long.
A good chunk of the last hour, that's for sure.
Perhaps 40 minutes or so, but our engineer was on it and fixed it. So if you tried to call us earlier and it didn't work, it should work now at 603-749-0975. But we are taking your calls on my friend's relationship pickle that she's in. I'll fill you in. She's been dating this guy for about 2 years. It's going really, really well. He wants to move in together. However, there's one big fat elephant in the room that she doesn't want to have kids. She's known this about herself forever and has been honest with him about it from the start. He does want kids. She thinks they need to figure this thing out before they take the next step and move in together. He's like, let's just move in together and figure it out later. We don't even know if we're compatible living together yet. This feels like a later issue, later problem. What do you think? Do you think that they need to figure out this kid situation before taking the next step and moving in together? 603-749-0975 is our number. Hi, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi. So did you have any advice for my friend who's in a bit of a pickle?
So, yeah, actually, I was in that pickle about 4 years ago.
Okay, what happened?
I didn't want kids. He wanted kids.
Mm-hmm.
I got persuaded. I had the kid. Now, come a year later,
Oh, no.
he doesn't want the kid.
What a...
Yeah.
Well,
I'm really hating this. Really
Yeah.
hating this.
So where
Yeah,
do you mind if I ask where he's at now with you and the child?
I have full custody of her, and he is non-speaking in a whole nother state.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but from what I've heard, what a scumbag. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it makes you think, what was the whole point of saying I want kids? So that's what, kids are a big commitment. You need to really settle down, and if the person doesn't want kids and you want kids, I don't know. I mean, if that's a disagreement, that's a pretty big disagreement, and for me, it's not a sacrifice I think I'll ever make again.
Well, hey, thanks so much for this honesty.
Yeah?
Hi, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. Who's this?
Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. What do you think?
So first, my first impression is kind of hypocritical. I was like, why would she even date him if she knew she was firm on that? But on the second hand, I married my husband with the expectation of me turning his opinion on that. He already has kids from other marriage, and he's a lot older than me. We have a pretty big age gap. But I'm 30, and I really wanted a baby, and I kind of went for it. I'm like, oh, that's fine. And in my head, I was like, I'm going to just change his mind. When it comes down to it, I'm going to change his mind. And we adopted a beautiful baby girl last June.
Wow. So you did change his mind.
I did.
And
I did. When it came down to it, I told him, I said, listen, I got this void in my heart, and I need to be a mom, and I will live in regret the rest of my life if I do not have a baby of my own. And one way or another, I've had a baby since her birth.
And do you think that he did that, for you?
It was for me, but, at the end of the day, the moment that he held her, it was all over for him. He knew he had made the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
So is it safe to say that you would say continue the relationship in Kira's situation, continue the relationship, opinions may change?
I think so, absolutely.
Okay.
I think they'll be surprised.
Well, we got 1 and 1, Kira. One saying opinions are not going to change and dig your heels in, and one saying, who cares? Let's see what happens.
The heart grows and moves and evolves.
It does.
Elizabeth, thanks so much for this call. We appreciate you.
And thank you guys. Have a great day.
Yeah, be good.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Okay, we're still taking your calls on this at 603-749-0975 on 97.5 WOKQ. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning time, and I have a close friend who could really use some advice this morning. She's been dating a guy for about 2 years, and the time has come that they're talking about moving in together. He's really pushing for it. There's one big fat elephant in the room that they haven't addressed. She doesn't want to have kids. She's known this about herself from the start and has been very honest with him about it. He does want to have kids, and she wants to figure this out before they take the next step in their relationship and move in together. He's thinking, let's just move in together because we don't even know if we're compatible to live together, and we'll have this conversation, excuse me, down the line. So what do you think? Is this something that they need to iron out before they take the next step in their relationship and move in together? 603-749-0975 is our number if you want to chime in. Hello, Lynn. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. How goes it?
Great. How are you?
Good, thank you. Did you have any advice?
Yep. I actually lived that.
She lived it.
Tell us more about that.
Several years ago. I was involved with a gentleman, and we were very clear that neither one of us wanted kids. I didn't have a good childhood. My mother was just very abusive, and in case there was any part of that in me, I didn't want to, possibly pass that along. So we ended up moving in together. It was great for a couple of years. We ended up getting married. A year into the marriage, he decided he wanted kids.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And sadly, it was non-negotiable, and we ended up getting a divorce 3 years in. So
wow.
So you guys talked about it or tried to talk about it for about 2 years.
Yeah. Yep. We were very upfront. Neither one of us wanted children, and I just knew he would make a great father, so I knew I needed to walk away.
Wow.
That was really selfless of you.
Well, so I honestly moved out of state. I don't know if he ever had any children. I hope that he did, but I did not, and it worked out the best for me, I guess. So hopefully they can work it out.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of my friend and her situation, it's tough to say. Like, from your story, I'm hearing that people can drastically change their minds years down the line.
Yes.
So they can have the conversation now, think they have it figured out, get married, and then someone changes their mind.
And how old is your friend? If you said that, I apologize.
No, that's okay. She's 32.
Okay. All right. So they should know, and we got married when we were 29. So I thought we knew. We had been together for several.
Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. My friend that I'm trying to help here is listening this morning and texted me, was like, I'm really sick of hearing you say my situation over and over again.
Well, what's what happens when you tell Kira something? She's got this platform. She'll go use it.
Well, she said I could, but it's because, on the radio, you have to retell the story in case new people are listening. Yeah. So if you're new, this is what we're talking about. Sorry, my friend. I have a close friend, and she's been dating this guy for about 2 years, and it's really going great. And the conversation of them moving in together has risen. However, there's one big fat elephant in the room that she doesn't want kids. She's never wanted them, and he does. She feels like this is something they can't move in together until they figure this out. He thinks they can move in together, and they haven't even figured out if they're compatible living together. So this is a conversation they can have down the line. What do you think? 603-749-0975 is our number if you want to chime in. Is this Ashley from Barrington?
Yes.
Well, welcome to the show. Thanks for holding.
Hi.
All right. Do you have any advice?
What I will say is that if he doesn't have kids, he's going to live in regret. And if she does, she's going to live in resentment. If it is true love, one of them will be willing to compromise.
Whoa. Let's unpack this a little bit more. So, but you're saying if one of them compromises, then one of them will have the regret or the resentment, correct?
No, I'm saying if they truly love each other, that they'd be willing to compromise for one another. But if they don't, and they're not willing to compromise, one's going to live in regret and one's going to live in resentment. And that's never going to work out, and it wouldn't be good for the kid anyways. I think it's a little ignorant to enter into a relationship with the idea that you're going to change somebody's mind.
Okay.
That to me is crazy.
I think they both entered this relationship thinking they'd change the other one's mind.
Right.
Because he knew she didn't want kids, and she knew he did.
Right.
But they still went for it.
That's setting them up for failure.
A little bit. Unless you were wavering. Unless you were like, I don't think I want kids now. I'm not saying never. Like, she is saying never.
And she has every right to say that.
But you're saying that love might be strong enough where she would change her opinion and compromise.
I think they would have already known that.
Oh, no, she didn't.
They would already know that.
How long? Like, how long? Because, I mean, you don't develop that intense of a love to change your opinion on something in 6 months. But
no, but it's been 2 years.
Is 2 years enough to change your opinion on something that you had for life? I don't know. I think
somebody holds that opinion for that long and longer, because remember, she entered into this relationship knowing she didn't want kids. So she's known this for longer than the 2 years.
Okay, so you're saying this relationship is doomed. And I'm not being sarcastic. I feel like you're saying they need to get out. They're not compatible.
Yeah.
But you are saying that there is a chance if love is strong enough.
If it was, they would have already compromised. If it was, one of them would have already said, okay, I'll think about it.
But so that's the thing that's making me think that it might work out, is because although they know each other's standpoints, like, he's still willing to move in, which means in the back of his mind, maybe love is strong enough to come around to not having kids.
Maybe, but that's going to be on him, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And how long are you going to live with somebody and be in this relationship before you make a final decision? And then at that point, have you wasted the last 5-7 years of your life?
Elizabeth, are you a therapist? You should be.
My name is Ashley.
Ashley.
That's awesome, Ashley. I actually do have a master's degree in psychology.
That wasn't my question, but awesome.
She knows how to therapize.
That was awesome. Thanks so much for that, Ashley.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Later.
I love the sass out of her.
Oh, yeah. You give it to me, I'll give it right back. I don't like it, Ashley Elizabeth.
Oh, Ashley/Elizabeth. That's her name for life now on this show. Okay, it is time. We have this pair of tickets to see Chase Rice. It's burning a hole in our pocket, and we want to give it to you. He's coming to the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom. Baby. Would you like to go? Chase Rice tickets up for grabs right now. 603-749-0975. We play Can't Beat Kira to give these away in less than 10. 603-749-0975 if you want to play. Good luck.
Think you've got what it takes?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see.
3, 2, ready, set, here we go.
It's time to play Can't Beat Kira on 97.5 WOKQ.
Good morning, Megan. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning.
Good morning.
How goes it?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Have you ever played this game before?
I have, probably 4 months ago.
Okay. So the rules are fresh in your mind. We don't need to hold your hand through this process. No. So you can kick me out of here if you want.
All right, Kira, get out of here.
Okay.
Hey, Kira, get out of here.
Yeah. I'm going to go.
Megan, you got some multiple choice questions today, so it should be pretty easy.
Perfect.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. Today is National Cheese Day. What's the most popular cheese in the entire world? Is it cheddar cheese or brie? Cheddar. Question 2. Just breaking yesterday, a new country artist plans to open a Nashville bar right next to Jason Aldean's. Who is it? Is it Dasha or Post Malone?
Post Malone.
Question number 3. This is Honky Tonk Padonky Donk by Trace Atkins. At that honky tonk, padonky donk. Keeping perfect rhythm, make you want to swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. And ooh-wee, shut my mouth, blank.
Can you just sing it one more time?
Yeah, let's do the last two lines.
Okay.
Got it going on like Donkey Kong. And woo-wee, shut my mouth, blank. I can't say it. I'm calling Kira back in. It's such an iconic line that I can't even give you a little bit of a hint.
It's okay.
Okay. Kira's coming back in. Just wait.
You just wait. Megan, Logan.
Kira, Lou.
No, you have to call me Kieran so I can fit in with you guys.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, fine.
Let's go. A topic that you are going to like. Cheese. It's National Cheese Day.
Happy holidays to me.
Congratulations. What's the most popular cheese in the world? Is it the cheddar or perhaps the brie?
Cheddar.
Cheddar is the right answer. You got it right and Megan got it right. No doubt. You know your cheese. Question 2. Question 2, Kira. Just breaking yesterday, a new country artist plans to open a Nashville bar right next to Jason Aldean's. Is it Dasha or is it Post Malone? Austin Post Malone. Oh, she's stuck.
I don't know this
you
one.
You going with Posty?
Post Malone, yeah.
That is the right answer.
Yeah.
Great job. A good guess. A good guess.
Thank you.
Tied 2-2. Kira, please make me proud. This is Trace Atkins. Honky Tonk Padonky Donk. At that honky tonk, padonky donk. Keeping perfect rhythm, make you want to swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. And ooh-wee, shut my mouth, blank. Oh my God, it's the most iconic line in the song.
Wait, ooh-wee, shut my mouth, smack my tush.
Oh, you're so close, believe it or not. It's slap your grandma.
Oh, that's awful.
I swear to God, that's the line.
That's the line?
You didn't get it. Disappointing. Megan didn't get it. Disappointing. People in their car are furious.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Final score is 2-2.
Maggie, you gotta say that phrase of shame.
All right. My name is Megan. I'm from Rochester, and I cannot be Kira.
Doesn't matter. Going to see Chase Rice at the Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom, baby!
Thank you.
Love that one.
Oh, yeah.
That was Bailey Zimmerman featuring Luke Combs. Backup plan. Number 1 for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. Kira and Logan in the morning. Those are our names. Okay, here's the dealio. Here's a little peek behind the curtain here of our morning show. So Logan and I tried to play this game that we really, really love earlier on the show. Upgrade, downgrade. We didn't get any calls, and we were so sad. We were feeling depressed about ourselves, like we used to have friends. What happened to our friends? What's going on?
We knew there was an issue. Because you love that. You love the upgrade, downgrade game.
We know you love that game. That's why we were confused. We were like, is everyone sleeping in? What's happening? We come to find out our phones were down. So you were trying to play, probably so frustrated that you called us and the line was busy. At least that's what we're telling ourselves, is that you tried to play earlier, but you couldn't. So we're going to try to play again.
Round 2.
And for the love of fried foods, do not let us down, because this is a fun game and we're really excited to play. So upgrade, downgrade. This is a game that Logan and I invented, I'd say about 1.5 years ago. The original rules were that married women would call and tell us what their maiden names used to be, what their married names are now, and we would let them know if they got an upgrade or a downgrade with their married name.
Exactly.
Now today we're putting a little fun and flirty twist on it, because that's what we do around here. We're doing upgrade, downgrade, pet edition. Do you want to explain the twist?
Yes, so most times that you're getting an animal from a shelter or a breeder, the shelter or the breeder will give them a name. For example, my dog Larry, when we picked him up, his name was originally Flash. I think his new name Larry is an upgrade. Kira found out earlier, thinks it's a downgrade. I think she's crazy and off her rocker, but that's the situation. So
Flash is a sick name.
What was your dog or cat or whatever, their original name, and then what did you change it to? And we'll tell you if it was an upgrade or downgrade.
Yeah.
Or
like it could be the breeder, what the breeder named them, or you get a pet. I think we've all done this. You call them something right off the bat, and then you get to know them a few weeks or a month down the line. And then it turns out, like, you thought they were a sunshine, but they lay around and sleep all day, and now they're fatso.
I'll tell you what, Larry ain't no Flash. That birdie boy is lazy.
Lazy. Yeah, he wouldn't live up to that name, Flash. That's a good point. So we're doing upgrade, downgrade, pet edition. Random caller who chimes in, we do have a pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman in Derry, New Hampshire. So upgrade, downgrade, we would love to judge your pet's names. Let's have a little fun here. 603-749-0975. Please don't let us down. 603. Number 1 for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. We are playing upgrade, downgrade, pet edition. So much fun. 603-749-0975 if you want to play along. Random caller who does play along will be skipping away with a pair of tickets to see Jared Neiman in Derry, New Hampshire. 603-749-0975. Hi, you're on Kira and Logan in the morning. What's your name?
Hi, this is Isaiah.
Isaiah, welcome to the show. Are you here to play upgrade, downgrade, pet edition?
I am.
All right, what do you got, dude?
We had got a dog some time ago, and her name was Artemis. She was a red-bone coonhound.
Did you say arsonist?
Artemis.
Oh, what? An Artemis? Is that a real name?
Yeah, I believe it's the female goddess of hunting.
Okay.
She was a hound dog. Kind of made sense, but Artemis is kind of a long name for a dog, so we ended up calling her Missy.
Missy?
Yeah.
Do you know my wife's name is Missy?
Really? That's funny. Yeah, our last name starts with a B, so we always called her Missy B.
Missy B. Okay.
Yeah.
I have my decision, Logan. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's hard for you? This is hard for you?
This is so hard for me. I love the name Missy, but how do you go from Artemis? What a strong and powerful I can't say that.
Bad bee name.
Yeah, bad bee name.
Bad female dog name.
I'm going to tell the truth. I love Artemis. Downgrade. Missy's a downgrade.
Oh, I'm saying upgrade. I think Missy is a far better name for a dog.
Yeah, we think it was an upgrade. It was just easier to say.
I don't know. Artemis is associated with the moon, the hunts, the wild animals, nature, vegetation.
Somebody Googled it.
Yeah, I'm looking right at it. I don't know what the heck that means. I love it.
Is her middle name Artemis? Missy Artemis?
Yeah.
Did you just say that to make me feel better?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay. Can you hold on a second?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Sorry about that.
All right, thanks so much for the call, ma'am. We appreciate it.
All right, take it easy. Have a good one.
See you, Isaiah.
Thank you, sir. Hi, you're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. What's your name?
Rhonda.
Hello, Rhonda. Let's play
How are
upgrade,
you?
downgrade, pet edition. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What'd the pet start out as?
Patches.
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 Are we talking about a cat?
Yes.
Definitely. And what's the cat now?
Well, the cat is deceased, but my son, who I got the cat for, changed her name to Meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf. Because he said she looked like my meatloaf, and I wasn't sure if that was bad or good.
This story's getting better and better.
This is great. I love these details.
Are you ready
Okay,
to vote?
1, 2, 3. Upgrade. For
We
sure.
love Meatloaf.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think anything to Meatloaf is an upgrade. That's hard to top.
Meatloaf?
Well, he's got weird names for his animals because he's got a dog right now named Miso Louise. He has a cat named Shrimp. He has a cat named Church and a dog named Creature.
Creature?
Yeah, we're making sure he's not eating these cats, right?
No, he's not.
All right,
But
just checking.
I'm just like, okay, child, I don't know where you get your names from, but
I'm stuck on
you
Miso
named it
Louise.
that.
I'm really
yeah.
liking that.
I'm about to call your son Celery Stick.
That's it.
All right, well, thanks so much for the call, Mama
All right,
Celery.
guys, you have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, we're still taking your calls on Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition at 603-749-0975. But for now, it is time for that 820 Morgan Wallen contest code right on the nose. Look at this punctuality.
I am Morgan Wallen.
Hi, Morgan.
I thought there was more.
Me too. It's 428. It is 428, that Morgan Wallen contest code 428. You got to enter that in the 97.5 WOKQ app right now. 428.
Good luck. Number one for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. It's Kira, it's Logan, it's the morning, and we are playing Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition. If you want to chime in, 603-749-0975. Those be our digits. Hi, thank you for holding. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning.
Hi, how are you?
We are well. Who are we speaking with?
Katie.
Okay, Katie, what kind of pet is in question here for Upgrade, Downgrade today?
Yellow Lab.
The Yellow Lab. Okay, and what did the Yellow Lab start out as?
Ryder.
Okay. All right. I have some opinions, but we're going to hold it. What's the new name? Emerson.
This is tough.
Wow. Yeah, this is tough. Just the name itself, I love Emerson. That's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But for a dog, Ryder feels a little bit better than Emerson. You know what I mean? It's the syllable thing.
It's a syllable thing.
It's a syllable thing.
Yeah. I don't feel great saying it, but I do think Ryder is just more of a dog's name. It's a personal opinion. It doesn't mean it's true.
Is it a girl?
No, it's a boy.
Does it make it easier? I don't know. Like Ernest? Oh, that's Hemingway. Wait a minute.
Well,
What's
we
your
call
dog's
him-
name again? I already forget.
Ryder.
No, the new name.
Emerson.
Well, we call him Emmy, too.
Emmy.
M-me? Okay, that's it. My opinion's made.
Okay, 1,
2,
2,
3,
3.
downgrade. And there's just too many names, there's too many syllables. You call her him Emerson, but there's also Emmy involved. I'm getting confused.
But all that matters is that you like it.
I do.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah. So you don't need our opinions.
No, screw us.
Yeah, screw us. Thank you so much for playing. It was
Have a good
Katie,
day.
right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks, Katie. Bye.
Hi.
Hello, welcome to Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition. Who are we speaking with?
Howie.
Howie.
Yes, Howie.
Howie, welcome to the show. We're really glad you're here.
Yes.
Okay, we're playing Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition. What kind of pet are we talking about?
Siberian Husky.
Oh, love. Okay. And what did the Husky start out as?
Her name was Noah when I first adopted her. And I thought that would be kind of confusing. Every time you tell her no, it would be like Noah, and it would be kind of confusing. So I changed it to Gypsy.
Love.
Yeah.
Love Gypsy.
Upgrade.
Upgrade. Huge upgrade. Thanks so much for that one.
That's a great one. You did Gypsy a favor. And I bet she has like really icy blue eyes, like a little mysterious, like a gypsy.
He does.
Great. Number 1 for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We are Kira and Logan in the morning. So glad you're here, especially on the day that we are playing Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition. If you'd like to play along, our number is 603-749-0975. Hello. What's your name? Where you from?
We're Ashley and James, and we're from Sanford.
Ashley and Samson from Sanford?
Ashley and James from Sanford.
And James. Ashley and James. All right. Is James the animal or a human being?
He's a human being.
Hardly. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we talking about dog?
We're talking about a cat.
Cat, okay. What was the name, the starting out name?
We picked him up as Mr. Pickles.
Okay.
Oh, okay, this is going to be tough.
You
I'm not going to lie.
changed it to what?
Mrs.
Relish?
To Charlie.
To Charlie?
Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any follow-up questions, Kira? Because I'll get right to voting.
I'm sorry to say.
1, 2, 3, downgrade.
Mr. Pickles, I couldn't love that more.
No.
But I understand that, having Mr. Pickles, like, that's tough. You'd end up dropping the Mr. It would just be Pickles, right? Which I'm okay with.
We also have a dog.
Oh, let's play round 2?
Round 2. They're like, well, we can redeem ourselves with this one.
What's your dog's original name?
Coconut.
Coconut, guys.
Guys, this is hard. Okay.
What's the new name?
What was the new one?
Coco No Nut.
I mean, I guess that's an upgrade.
Yes, I would agree. That's an upgrade. You done good with that one. If I ever meet your cat, I'm going to have to address him as Mr. Pickles. I'm really sorry about it.
I still call him Mr. Pickles.
Oh,
there's a division in the house?
Yeah, my oldest daughter, it's her cat, so she changed the name.
So we blame her. Okay.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Okay. I love it.
Well, I love that you brought multiple pets to the game.
And then you guys called together. That's fun.
It's a buy one, get one. So we want to send you to see Jared Neiman if you want these tickets.
That would be great.
You got him. Stay on hold. I'll get all your info.
Thank you.
Thanks for playing.
Number 1 for New Country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. See, Logan, I knew the people wanted to play Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition. That whole earlier situation with our phones being down, a fluke.
We knew
exactly.
It. We knew
I was going to use that same word, a fluke. So if you do want to play along, 603-749-0975 is our number. Our phones are working again. Thank you for holding. What's your name? Where are you from?
Alexis from Concord.
What's up, Alexis? You want to play Upgrade, Downgrade, Pet Edition?
I sure do.
What kind of animal is in question?
We just adopted our cat from a farm back in April. It's a girl, and she was named Whistle.
Cute.
It's cute, kind of, but I feel like people thought she was a boy because she's a tuxedo cat. So she kind of already looks like a boy.
All right, what's the new name?
I named her Winnie, and we call her Win-Win or Winnie Girl.
Okay, so we went from Whistle to Winnie. Okay.
My opinion's made.
My opinion is also made.
I don't want to talk to you about your opinion. Let's just say what we feel.
Okay, Logan. I don't have to be harsh about it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Upgrade.
Oh, thank God.
I can tell that you were nervous. You wanted it to be an upgrade, but I wholeheartedly think that Winnie's an adorable name and more of a name than Whistle.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, what kind of name is that?
I also appreciated the context of that she's a tuxedo cat. People already mistake her for a boy, so we can't lean into that boy name.
No.
Whistle's a boy's name?
I feel like it kind of is.
More masculine.
Sure.
To me.
Yeah. Thanks so much for the call. This is funny.
Bye.
Bye, girl.
Hello. You're on with Kira and Logan in the morning. Who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Cuckoo.
Hi. How are you?
I know who it is.
Good job. Good job.
Really quick with the identification with Cuckoo.
That was great. I didn't even say my name.
Oh, I know, Nami. So, talk to me. You got an animal? What was the name? What's the new name?
All right. So, I had purchased myself a white Persian cat.
Okay.
And she was beautiful, and I named her Prissy.
Prissy?
Well, yes, her name was Prissy. I brought Prissy to get fixed, because I didn't want any kittens.
Yep.
And when I brought her to the vet, I dropped her off, and they called me up, and they said, I'm sorry, we can't do that. And I said, why can't you do that? And they said, because she's Cret. It's a he. So I had Prince. I changed her name to Prince when she came back from the vet that day. She was Prince.
That is so funny.
I didn't find it funny because I wanted a girl, but He left his prissy and came back as Prince. So that's why I just have to say.
He left his prissy or he left his you-know-what?
That's exactly right. So I don't know what's up with that cat, but she was prissy and she became Prince. And I don't know if it was a downgrade or upgrade. I consider it a downgrade only because she went from female to male.
Going to a male is a downgrade. Don't get it twisted.
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, I like that you stuck with the P names. Plus, like, I'm thinking of the artist Prince, and, like, he's pretty feminine, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
So
I think it was great.
Yeah.
I think it was a great pivot, and certainly, you know, given the circumstances, an upgrade 100%.
All right. Thank you so much for your opinion. You guys have a marvelous day.
You too. Have a marvelous day, Cuckoo.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
All the bars are closed.
Number one for the country, 97.5 WOKQ. We're Kira and Logan in the morning. That was Thomas Rhett. Are you seeing Thomas Rhett and Teddy Swims, or is that a sensitive subject?
Not a sensitive subject. It's a great subject to talk about. I am seeing Thomas Rhett and Teddy Swims at Fenway. I am so excited for that concert.
Talk about a grand slam.
Yeah, I mean, I love Thomas Rhett, and Teddy Swims has just grown on me. And some of his, like, deeper cuts. Like, he's got a couple big songs that everybody knows. Mm-hmm. But he also has, like, some sly music that I really groove to.
What a voice, too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's a similar to a Stapleton type of powerful voice.
Yeah, like, just so obvious, like, that's who it is.
100%. Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but my friend works at the spa at the Omni Hotel in the Seaport in Boston.
Are you trying to hook me up?
No. Teddy Swims came into the spa recently.
Really?
And she's a huge fan. It was tough for her to keep her composure.
Did she work on him?
She did not work on him. She just checked him in. But she was like, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, quiet voices, calm vibes in a spa, and she just lost.
She was like, I lose can. Just kidding. I won't sing like Teddy Swims.
Yeah. She did. She was just like, oh my God, I know who you are. He's like, yeah. Okay, keep your voice down.
I'm here to relax, chill, the you know what else.
Exactly. It is time, though. We digress. To compliments, double downs, and apologies. Brought to you by Merchants Auto in Hooksett, New Hampshire. I'm complimenting Ashley and James, who called us from Berwick. They played along with upgrade, downgrade, and I love the twists and turns that this game took. So they were talking about their cat, and we asked them what the cat's original name was.
We picked him up as Mr. Pickle.
Okay,
this is gonna be tough.
I'm not gonna changed lie. It to what, Mrs. Relish?
To Charlie.
To Charlie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any follow-up questions, Kira? Because I'll get right to voting.
I'm sorry to say.
1, 2, 3, downgrade.
Mr. Pickles. I couldn't love that more.
No.
But I understand that, you know, having Mr. Pickles, like, that's tough. You'd end up dropping the Mr. It would just be Pickles, right? Which I'm okay with.
We also have a dog.
Oh, let's play round 2?
Round 2. They're like, well, we can redeem ourselves with this one.
What's your dog's original name?
Coconut.
Guys,
this is hard. Okay.
What's the new name?
What was the new one?
Coco No Nut.
I mean, I guess that's an upgrade.
Yes, I would agree. That's an upgrade. You done good with that one. So Ashley and James ended up winning our tickets to see Jared Neiman in Derry, New Hampshire. And I want to thank all of our callers because they are subjecting themselves, even though it's fun, they're subjecting themselves to judgment when they agree to play upgrade, downgrade.
And that's hard. To volunteer to be judged on a selection that you made years ago, it's just like, take some guts to do that.
Totally. And Logan and I do speak our truth. You know, we would love to tell all the callers that, you know, it was an upgrade name and that they picked a better name for their pet than the shelter.
Pickles is better than Charlie. That's the truth.
And that's just the truth, and that's our truth.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone, and especially to Ashley, and now I'm blanking on his name.
Me too. But that's okay.
I just have Charlie in my head because and
I got Mr. Pickles in mind.
So Ashley and whoever you called with, we really appreciate it. Compliments to you. What do you have, Logan?
Without complimenting a caller, earlier on the show we were talking about Kira's friend's situation. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Female and a male couple, been together for years. They're moving in together. Female says, hey-o, I don't want kids. Male said, well, I do want kids. Now, they're about to move in together. So the female's like, well, I'm not changing my opinion. I never have. I never will. I don't want kids. Should we still move in together? And the male is like, well, your opinion might change. And who knows, let's just move in together and see what happens. And for the most part, I'm thinking that most of our callers said, move in, you can change your mind. That's what I gathered from it, and I'm complimenting the callers who said that because I've never been in this situation. But it's hard to say, it's hard to make up your mind on any topic forever. And to not have the ability to go back on something and say you changed your mind is a bit ludicrous. And I know that that would be incredibly hard. Like, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. Like, if my wife years from now said, plot twist, don't want kids. I know you wanted them. I changed my mind. Like, that would be incredibly hard. And of course, you'd be frustrated. But opinions can change. And I don't think that they should end a relationship that's happy and beautiful and that they're in love. I don't think they should just throw that all away just because of where they're at right now. Unless they're buckling, unless one of them is like, no, I want kids today, like right now. If that's the case, that's different. But if they're just thinking down the line, I eventually want kids, maybe, like, just stay together. Like, see what happens. When you reach that crossroad, you reach the crossroad, but no need to force the crossroad when it's not time.
Yeah, that was the general gist of most of the callers.
Most of the callers.
Yeah.
We had a couple that were on the opposite side of the way. Hey, it's over. End it. It's over.
They would have compromised by now, one caller said. And the fact that they didn't means they're not really in love.
And that girl was well-spoken and made me almost change my mind.
She was. We'll never forget her name. Ashley, not Elizabeth. That was a great moment.
Get out.
Okay. On that note, Ginny Rogers is up next. And so is 30 Minutes of New Country on 97.5 WOKQ. All day long, don't you forget it. Who loves you?
We do.